So let's start.
Yo! Guys, something I gotta tell you. I am not a reactor. Welcome to Reacting Room. Yeah. We're reacting to his story.
So if she gave
I heard he's a good guy on YouTube.
While on the train,
Let's
the
start.
toddler sitting next to me started screaming and throwing his fists in the air. But his mom was glued to her phone and ignored
Yeah,
him.
they
The passenger told her to control her kid, but she replied, "I know how to handle my own child," without even looking up from her phone. Her toddler punched the windows and cried
That's
loud,
how
and
she
that's when
gave
leaned over
her
and snatched
kid
my
my
phone
phone.
from my hands. She
While
gave
on
it
the
to her
train,
kid.
the toddler sitting next to me started screaming and throwing his fists in the air, but his mom was glued to her phone and ignored him completely. Another passenger told her to control her kid, but she replied, "I know how to handle my own child," without even looking up from her phone. Her toddler punched the windows and cried louder, and that's when she leaned over and snatched my phone from my hands. She gave it to her kid and told me,
Look at the iPhone 17.
The kid stopped screaming and instead started smearing his chocolate fingers all over my phone screen. The mom smiled at the passenger,
I demand I say no.
saying, "See, told you I know how to control my child." But her child was jabbing my phone with his Cheeto dust fingers and trying to bend it in half.
I was gonna be like, it's USA over here, but I can
I reached over and yanked my phone back.
Look at the iPhone 17.
Okay, I hate this baby. Whoever, if anybody knows this
He
baby,
demanded I give him my phone back, but I just laughed.
I demand I say no.
No, not my phone!
Phone instead. She tried to give him snacks and toys to distract him, but he threw them on the floor,
Oh, what?
screaming.
I was gonna be like, it's USA over here, but I kinda wanna rage bait.
And he immediately started smearing chocolate and Cheeto dust
Okay, I hate this baby.
into her charging.
If anybody knows this baby dropped it.
His phone suddenly died. He threw it at the floor hard.
No, not my phone!
I lost my
I spent $10,000 on it.
And I just put in my earbuds. The other passenger looked at her and said, "So, you sure you know how to control your child?" She stared at her broken phone and her child screaming around her and just started crying. While on the train, the toddler was jumping on my trampoline when the old man next door sprayed me in the face with his hose. I lost my balance and missed the trampoline completely when I came down. "Mr. Crane, why would you do that? I could have been really hurt. Don't talk back to me, boy. I don't want to see you bouncing on that thing again, or I'll evict your family by the end of the week."
Dang!
Mr. Crane was our landlord. He lived in the unit next door to us. We only ever saw him when he came to dig in his garden or when he came to collect rent.
This doesn't
The
make any
trampoline was
sense.
my
This isn't
favorite thing
real.
in the backyard, so I decided to wait it out and come back when the coast was clear. A few hours later, I was jumping again. Every time I bounced, I could see into Mr. Crane's backyard. He was gardening again, but instead of planting flowers, I saw that he was burying a
This
human
isn't
head.
real.
I bounced again. This time, when I looked over,
What?
Mr.
This doesn't make any sense. This isn't real.
I didn't want you jumping on that damn thing anymore. Now you'll pay. He ran full speed and hopped the fence into my backyard. I used my jump to get as close to my back door as possible and ran into the house. He followed me up the stairs into my room
Oh!
and stood in the doorway.
This isn't real.
I was trapped. I looked out the window into the backyard. Below me was the trampoline. I dove out and aimed for it. I hit the target perfectly and bounced onto the
Wait,
ground.
wait,
Mr.
wait,
Crane
wait.
jumped
This
at
is
me,
not
but I
real.
was
This
able to
sounds
grab our
dark.
garden hose and
Even
spray
from
him in
the
the
start,
face the
but
same way he
that's
did to me. He came down just as hard as I did earlier. When he landed, he dropped his shovel. I knocked him out and called the police. They searched his home
This is
and found
important.
the remains of the family who lived in our unit before us. My favorite pastime may have saved my life. I was jumping.
Wait. This is not real. This sounds dark, even from the start, but that's not real. That's just not real.
Screens rocked
His dad clicked the
That's why they make brain
had a virus.
This isn't even part of it.
For years, kids at school made fun of me for not knowing what a Fortnite dub was, until one day, that finally changed. My parents banned all technology since I was born, so every day my mom ran a metal detector over me at the door. "You know the rules," she'd say. "Screens rot your brain. No technology until..."
That's why they made brain
I was the first person to die, but I
my
laughed
uncle was
anyway.
waiting on the
Finally
couch. He
feeling
pulled me aside, slipped an iPad into my hands and whispered, "Trust me, you'll thank me later." I had no idea what he meant, but I snuck it into my room with shaking hands, praying my parents wouldn't find out. That night, I was so excited I hid under my blanket and downloaded Fortnite. And for the first time ever, I was playing with the kids who made fun of me. I was the first person to die, but I laughed anyway, finally feeling...
answer.
Pounded down the hall. I heard laughing. What are you doing in there? My mom screamed. I shoved the iPad under my mattress just as they burst through the door. My dad tore through my drawers while my mom flipped my backpack upside down, and I stopped breathing every time they got close. She crossed her arms. Get up, we're checking the bed. My whole body shook as she checked under the bed, but she missed it. For 1 second, I thought I was safe. Then my dad lifted the mattress, and the iPad slid onto the floor. An iPad? Who gave this to you? My mom shrieked. My uncle, I whispered. That's it. No technology until you're 30. Then my dad grabbed his keys.
Dang!
Your uncle's right now. At my uncle's door, my parents exploded. You gave him poison behind our backs and ruined everything. My mom screamed, shoving the iPad at his chest. Now he's banned until he's 30. I stood behind them, head down, tears dripping off my chin, too defeated to speak. But my uncle didn't take the iPad. He pointed at me. Your son has no friends. He's bullied every day because of your stupid rules. I looked up, wiping my tears. I gave him that iPad because I was him once, and I swore I'd never let it happen to another kid. He's staying here every weekend so he can be a kid. Starting today, my parents opened their mouths, but nothing came out, knowing my uncle was right. He grabbed me and shut the door on them. Told you you'd thank me later. I smiled.
At least this is this. I just hope this is actually his uncle. Oh, this is this a real story? I just hope that that's his uncle. Because I want to just.
I put my hand over my little brother's mouth to keep him quiet. We were awoken in the middle of the night by the flash of emergency flares and the sounds of footsteps our tent. We had no idea what was happening. The zipper at the front of the tent began to fall, and my brother screamed hard against my hand, but I was able to muffle it. When the flash opened, the full flash
Hey, that's my uncle.
holding them almost immediately. There's no
Their parents.
Great, it's Rabbit too. The Rabbit Man.
That's me. Get off of me. Yeah, that was me. Sorry, guys.
Jesus,
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus God, Caleb.
Unpredictably. Great, it's Rabbit too. The Rabbit Bear charged forward straight through the crowd.
Oh, Jesus God, Caleb. We're gonna.
Just above
This
the
can't be
bed, our family's
true.
camping
How's all these crazy things are...
This isn't true.
It's not right.
This can't be true. How's all these crazy things happen to this one kid?
to keep the bear.
It's not right.
The crate was staked to the ground about 5 feet.
I think Zachy filmed it better than this. Again, he told us how to make glue stuff back in like the 2020s. I don't think I'm actually liking
Did
it.
he never...
The bear's jaws
Wait, was that the little...
Oh, okay, well,
Without
that's
another
just...
thought, I grabbed a piece of burning wood the bear
Did he better?
hurled at the weakened
Wait, was that his little brother?
exactly on the last strand, and the whole thing snapped with the sound of a bullet. The heavy supply crate dropped straight down onto the bear's head and shattered into splinters. The bear was knocked out. Together we pushed the unconscious bear off of my brother. Then a searchlight lit us up, accompanied by the sound of a helicopter. A voice over a loudspeaker said, "Parks Department Rescue Division, we saw your flare. I'm dropping a ladder now, you folks will be all right." We were flown to the nearest hospital, and we would never return to that campsite again. I put my hand over my
He had a son?
That was his fun. It's me.
I was in the house when I heard my son scream at the top of his lungs.
He had a
His
son?
lips starting to swell. Then I saw the smear of purple on his hands, and the
Buddy,
bush
what's
behind
wrong?
him,
But
covered
he
in
couldn't get a
berries
word
that had
out,
never
his
been
lips
plucked.
starting to swell. Then I saw the smear of purple on his hands, and the bush behind him, covered in berries that had never been in my yard before. My heart was pounding, because I just won full custody, and now he was choking in my arms. I called 911 and told them everything. When I looked back, my son's
Dad, it's me!
face going down. Then I saw her, my ex-wife, who lost custody at the edge of the yard. Police car.
That is me!
He was trying to defend against the bad guy, but my son...
Poisonous.
So I
He
turned
keeps
him
them in his
over.
son.
What?
So I turned him over and pounded his back.
How is he the bad guy?
Berries out. Look, he's hurting him. Somebody stop him, she screamed. A few purple berries flew from his mouth, but he still couldn't breathe. Then I remembered I kept an EpiPen inside. So I sprinted in, grabbed it, and slammed it into his thigh. He gasped, air finally filling his lungs. Before I could even hold him, the officers threw me to the ground and cuffed me. My ex scooped up our son, sobbing, "It's okay, my son. Mommy's got you now. Daddy's dangerous." I just won full custody, and now I was losing him over her lie. The cops dragged me toward the police car as my son fought.
I think the lies
Is
in
there
this
a
one.
way to punch
So, is there a way to punch her?
But
Like,
no one listened. A small voice croaked out, "Wait, Daddy didn't do it." Everyone froze and looked at him. My son pointed a shaking finger at his mother. "My mommy gave me the berries. She put it in his bush and said they were candy." My fists clenched. "You gave him berries he was allergic to. Are you insane?"
unless they're allergic, and then those are berries that are
He
poison.
was allergic? She stammered. I didn't know he had allergies. That was all it took. The
Okay,
cops
so
let
like...
go of her and moved
No,
toward
what if
her.
we...
Okay, so like,
Her around.
no, what?
Oh! That's true!
Oh, that's true.
custody. I was in the house when I heard my son.
I was in the house.
This is actually
I told
why.
my mom.
This is actually why
got divorced.
his story and his wife got
When
divorced.
she slid
No mayo on my sandwich, but when she slid the plate across the table, the bread had mayo smeared all over it. I pushed it back.
Isn't that the wife?
Got in my face.
Oh,
Isn't that
his
the
wife?
wife?
The wife.
How is his mom the wife again?
Even when I asked for
But it had anchovies, even when I asked for none, and when I picked every anchovy olive, and when I refused.
Eggs and olives, the perfect.
always knowing I hated all
You're gonna
this.
learn
And
to
when I
like
Eggs and olives. The perfect.
table. That's it. You're gonna learn to like what you're given one way or another. Dad marched me up to my room, and Mom came in holding a jar of mayo, a tin of